following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports. Radio Plus Sports.
Barfnet there for the rebound. Crossover with the right hand. Throws it up for Johnson. Johnson spinning his way inside the paint with the elbow up and in. Bounce with the right hand. Hands off. Here comes Morgan. Dumps it. Good pass down low. Got it. For the Spartans, Ava Engel for Aubrey Leonard. Leonard, duel, dumps it down low. Madigan, and the hoop and the harm. Looks for Barfnet, long clutch three, got it. Lindsay pushes tempo near side. Looking for Shea in the corner, now takes it, now flips it. Shea, three, book it. Zimmerman, he'll try the right side with 7:10 left to play. Nobody steps out, and Mr. Blank says, why not?
Edward Jones Representatives in Fond du Lac, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Fondy Family Dental, Baker Cheese.
Right Way Home Improvement, Quest Interiors, Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Taco Bell,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Coal, Oil and Propane, Pioneer Pit Stop, Marco Tax Service,
Pizza Ranch, the National Exchange Bank and Trust, Marine Park Technical College, Silica for your home.
Rademan Stone and Landscape, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Winfield Homes, Everson Law Office, Bob's Pizza.
Airtech, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Musa Sheet Metal, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy, Camera Casino,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Hopper's Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, New Medical Center, Muthig Industries, Pino Construction,
Len's Truck Center, Fox Valley Savings, American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, BCI Burke, Marian University, Into the Woods Wellness, Smith Builders.
Today's game is also presented by International Paper and Will Sport. Lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Good Friday evening to you. Glad to have you along here from the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. We got a flyway battle, and that's what it's going to be tonight, between St. Mary Springs Academy and Winnebago Lutheran Academy. And these two, make no mistake about it, it doesn't matter really when they square it up. It doesn't really matter what athletic field you're talking about squaring it up on. These two usually result in fantastic games. And I think tonight you're looking at the same thing with Springs coming in here 9-5 on the season, WLA 8-5 on the year. Now WLA, I think if you put some truth serum in the Springs folks, maybe you would say WLA's played a harder non-conference schedule, and obviously looking at the Flyway Conference standings, WLA is several games ahead of Springs here so far in the Flyway slate. WLA coming into the game here tonight and the second half of the Flyway season, 6-1 in the Flyway, and Springs is 4-3 in conference play. Amro leads it 7-0. They beat WLA last week on Thursday, and that was the final round of the first round of Flyway play, and it was a dandy. I was in attendance, and 93-87 final score for that one. WLA played earlier this week, washed their mouths out, washed that taste out of the mouth. They beat Horicon in a non-conference game 82-65. Meanwhile, Springs is on a nice little 3-game winning streak here, and they've won 4 of 5 since the turn of the new year. So maybe Springs starting to turn a little bit of a corner. Meanwhile, WLA, go back to prior to Christmas, they've lost 4 of their last 6. Now again, Brookfield Academy ranked, Kohler is ranked, as is Columbus Catholic in their various divisions. So WLA's played a tough stretch, but has lost 4 of their last 6 coming into this one coming up here tonight, which is a big one in the Flyway. And we'll hear from both coaches, but you'll hear from Coach Krieger coming up in just a few minutes. And he's kind of talking about this second half of the season. He figures at least 1, probably 2 losses wins the Flyway Conference, and then he's maybe hoping that WLA and Amro and Lemira can maybe beat each other up, and maybe Springs gets back into it. But they have 3 losses, so that means they go undefeated in the second half of the Flyway Conference stretch. Rounding out the Flyway, I've told you about the top 4, Amro, WLA, Lemira, then Springs. And then Laconia is 3-4, Mayville 2-5, Campbellsport 1-6, and North Fond du Lac closes things out at 0-7. Another interesting note that I made note of, and so did Coach Krieger in our chat with him, was there's 8 places right now in the flyway. There are no ties. It's kind of unique how everyone is a game behind the team in front of them. And it also sets up for the second half of the season. If you're in the top 4, and even with reaching down to Laconia, maybe you got a shot if you're in the top 5 looking here at the second half of the conference season. The first meeting between these two was the second game of the season for both of them, and WLA came away with a 70-67 win at Springs. That was back on November 30th, and we have played a lot of basketball since then, and both of these programs in their own ways have kind of turned corners in their identity and how they want to play the game heading into the second half of the conference season. All right, we're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll get that ramped up. We'll hear from the coaches a little bit later on, tell you about their keys to the game, starting lineup, all of that on the way as you are watching Springs and WLA Flyway Hoops on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Planning a new building, whether it's commercial, ag, or residential, you need a building that will last. You need Pino. Our experienced design-build team will make your vision a reality. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to PinoBuildings.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, built better for future generations.
Come on, you can do it. Yeah, come on, show me. Come on. Well, come on. Yeah, good boy. Come here. Come on.
Jackson, are you going to come over here?
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
What can I do for you, man?
You know what? Really craving nacho fries. You guys got any of those?
Ads are working.
I don't know what you're talking about. What ads?
Oh, like all the pictures I put over here in your bedroom. Oh, I put that there. See you later, man.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Jordan King with you here on Radio Plus Info. Glad to have you along this Friday evening. We got you covered all over the place. Fondy's got a game tonight. Wapon's in action. Wapon's girls down in action. But here tonight in the Flyway Conference, this is the matinee game of the premier game of the Flyway slate here tonight. Mayville Laconia getting after it. Campbell Sport Omro, North Fondy Lamira. This is the game. 2 top 4 teams in the conference and a couple of teams that just really don't like each other. That's how it is. WLA and Springs getting after it here tonight. WLA 6-1. We mentioned that a little bit earlier, and this is your Integrity Saw and Tool pre-game show. Mentioned last the first meeting, 70-67 was the final score, and these teams are a lot different, but both of these teams rely on star power to drive their teams. Noah Mowell and John Kuhn are the big two for Springs. Mowell had 18 in the first meeting. Kuhn had 17. These two are double-figure scorers for Springs this season. In fact, they're the only two double scorers that average double figures. About 13 for John Kuhn, and Mowell's up at 16 per game. In the first meeting for WLA, their big three, which has really developed here, it's Noah Gensler, Sam Lair, and Gannon Schwartz. Lair had 21, Schwartz with 16. Gensler had a little bit of an off game. He only had 9 points. But Chop Simmons stepped up for the Vikings, one of their senior leaders. He had 16 points in that first meeting between these two teams and had a couple of big free throws down the stretch. He was our player of the game, thinking back to that game on November 30th of last year. And if WLA, it's kind of an interesting matchup here, the big three versus the big two. And really Springs is really, really balanced when they're at their best. And I think they've gotten back to that. Recently, they've had one guy go off for about 16, 18, 20 points, and then they have about 6, 7 players between 8 to 12 points. That's when Springs is at their best because their depth is better than most teams in the Flyweight Conference, and I think Coach Krieger likes to lean on that. We're going to take a time out here, and we're going to see our Lens Truck Center play of the game. Each week, Radio Plus will feature a play of the game. At the end of the season, you'll have a chance to vote on your favorite, and that'll be done at radioplusinfo.com. We'll tell you more about that at the end of the season, but here was last week's Lens Truck Center play of the game.
This past Tuesday night, it was a big Fox Valley Association conference matchup as the 5-4 unranked Fond du Lac Cardinals traveled to Appleton North to battle the undefeated second-ranked in Division I, Appleton North Lightning. Fondy was down by 11 points in the first half, but came storming back late the first half to cut it to 1 at the intermission and then take the lead in the second half.
Rocky B has it. Gets stepped into, flips it, Eli. Bratz gets cut by the baseline by Tumari, flips it, Rocky B, 3!
That's our Lens Truck Center play of the week. As Fondy went on to win and upset the second-ranked Appleton North Lightning 63-60 on the road.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lens till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lens Truck. Lens Truck. We got the trucks at Lens Truck.
We got the trucks!
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, 0 tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Hi, this is Danny and Heather with AirTech Heating. At AirTech, our motto is honesty, integrity, and quality craftsmanship.
When it comes to your home, you want the person working on your equipment to be upfront and tell you what you need.
But also what you don't need. We deliver whatever it takes service to take care of you. Our technicians are NATE certified, meaning they are the most highly trained in the industry to be servicing your equipment.
If you're stuck with a broken furnace or air conditioner, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
Winfield Homes is a locally owned, custom home building company of over 25 years that prides itself on great service, high quality, and providing the best building experience possible. Owners Jim Boudry and Jason Zellner are there for you every step of the way to ensure that your new home is built just the way you've dreamed it to be. With the same passion that they have for their clients' homes, Jim and Jason are proud supporters of and are personally involved in youth sports programs and are truly committed to their success. Winfield Homes wishes you all the best of luck this season.
I would say the best part about our relationship with Bristol Morgan is the fact that they are local and they actually are there when we need them to be. They're very responsive and they do a great job for us, so we keep coming back. I mean, you need a lending partner that's going to be there when you need them. We've had a lot of growth over the last 15 years, and specifically in the last 5. Bristol Morgan has always been here to help us find our way to that next level.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on. These are your International Paper keys to the game. Apply today at jobs.internationalpaper.com. And look, I think as Springs is always going to focus their game plan, and you'll hear Coach Krieger and I talk about this in just a couple of minutes. But they always focus their game plan around their rebounding. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the state of Wisconsin, and Coach Krieger talks about their deficiencies offensively and their bad shooting as part of that. But they get 12 more rebounds than their opponents each and every game on a per game average, and they almost get 40 rebounds per night, which is just incredible from Springs on the glass. I think tonight the biggest key to the game that I'm watching is turnovers for these two teams. WLA does not turn the ball over. They average 12.5 turnovers per game, and they force about 13. So they're not good defensively in terms of turning you over as an opposition, but WLA takes care of the basketball to the tune of 12.5 turnovers per game. Springs, on the other hand, now they push the ball maybe a little bit more than WLA does, but 17.2 turnovers per game while only forcing 15. I think that's going to be the key. Can WLA handle Springs' pressure? Springs likes to get in the passing lanes, deflect the basketball. Can WLA continue to take care of the ball like they have? If so, I think WLA is going to feel like they have a shot with their hot shooting that they bring to the gym nearly every night. For Springs, it starts at the defensive end of the floor, and can they clear possessions with the rebounding? The two keys to the game, I would say. Brought to you by International Paper. Again, apply today at jobs.internationalpaper.com. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll be with Coach Nell. He's going to talk to us about the season that has been and preview tonight's game against Springs. Head coach of WLA, right up next here on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 68 North Main Street. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot. American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagla Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Here at International Paper, I've gotten much more experience than I have elsewhere. I've seen more in the field than I have anywhere else.
I started from the bottom and I've worked my way up. The people's what make it great. Nobody wants to see anybody fail.
You want a job to where you can display your skills, they can be valued, you can move forward based off your own ability and your ability to learn more. That's IP.
Welcome back in here, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Jordan King with you here on Radio Plus Info, and got our first installment to the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview here tonight. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team, they'll make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. Joining me right now is Coach Nell from Winnebago Lutheran. Coach, appreciate a couple minutes before a big conference game here tonight.
Thanks for coming out tonight, Jordan.
Man, that was I know you guys were on the wrong end of it, but that was some game last week against Omro. Just your thoughts on the game and how your guys responded to in the second half there. What was some dire straits? You guys were down double digits and had a 21-4 run at one point in the game, and just an awesome game to be a part of from a neutral standpoint. But just your thoughts on the game, a big one here at home against Omro.
Looking back to that Omro game, it was I felt like we controlled the first half. We had a lead at halftime. Coming out of the second half, I think they went on a 14-0 run, and that really hurt us. And then after that, it was just swings. We ended up taking the lead again. The biggest takeaway from that game, though, is our free throw shooting. We went 9 for 22 from the free throw line, which is uncharacteristic of us. The big thing, though, is they're on a run, and we were missing the front end of a bonus. And it's hard to win like that. And if you're in a big conference game like that night or even tonight, we have to get to the free throw line, and two, we have to make free throws.
Second half of the season now, and it doesn't I know we talked about this early in the season back when it was at Springs, and you can't start flyway play in a much more tough situation than at Springs. Now second time around, they've won 4 of their last 5, playing some better basketball. Their only loss in that stretch came to Amro at Amro. What have you seen recently on film or what you've seen from Springs since the turn of the new year, when they seem to have kind of turned a corner here?
They're a better team than when we saw them early in the season. Watching their Amro game, they played Amro tough. They could have won that at the end. They're definitely an improved team. The junior Mao, he's a tough guy. And that's our emphasis tonight is going to be rebounding, and he's probably the best rebounder in our conference. So if we allow him to have a big night tonight, it's going to be tough on us.
When you play Springs, you mentioned it there, rebounding. I know Coach Krieger loves the deflection stat as well. These guys get their hand in a passing lane a lot, force about 16, 17 turnovers per game. You guys don't turn the ball over very often, about 12 times per game, and at the pace that you guys play, that seems to be pretty impressive. What can you say about your guys and their ability to handle some pressure so far this season?
I think that's just having seniors mainly. Last year when we were younger, they made more mistakes. They didn't see the court as good as they did. I had a freshman point guard out there last year, but he's come a long ways. Our emphasis this week in practice not only was rebounding, but also taking care of the ball. We're not going to pass into hands, little things like that, catching the ball with 2 hands, just little things to limit turnovers.
Every game we could talk about a different guy on your team. We've talked about Chop, we've talked about Sam, we've talked about Gannon, but Noah Gensler is kind of on a hot streak here. 31 career high last time out against Amro. In terms of what you've seen from him, he's closing in on 1,000 career points. Anything different that has sparked this, or is this just Noah starting to finally get his opportunity?
I've been coaching Noah since he was 14, and he was a little skinny freshman as a 14-year-old, and he's come such a long ways. But the big thing is, with him and with others, once Christmas hits, when these guys are seniors, they realize there's 2 months of basketball left in their careers, and every year there's a couple seniors that all of a sudden they just grow up. They grow up physically and mentally, and they become better players after Christmas in their senior year. I've seen it here a lot of times throughout the years, and Noah's one of those guys. Like he knows he has 2 months of basketball left, and it shows in practice every day. He's different. He's different than he has been in the last 4 years right now. He's even different from the beginning of the season right now. He's strong, he's big, he's mature, and I don't think he's peaked yet this year.
It'd be easy for us. Last question for you here, Coach. How big is it for the senior leadership on your team? It'd be easy for you guys to look ahead and say, man, that last game of the season's at Amro could be a potential conference championship. You got a lot of stumbling blocks potentially in the way between now and then. How important is it, and how confident are you in your senior leadership to maybe not look ahead too far in advance in a tough flyway slate second half of the year?
No game here is going to be an easy game for us from here on out. With Springs tonight, and then Laconia, Lamira is going to be tough. So we can't afford to have a night where we're off. That's just not an option for these guys. We have to come out. We can't have another night where we don't play hard for 5 minutes. We got to put that behind us, and we just got to come out and have the whole 36 minutes just come out with a ton of effort.
Big one tonight, Coach. It's a big rivalry, and as it usually does, it has some implications at the top of the flyway. Good luck. Go get them tonight.
Thank you.
There you go. That's Coach Marty Nell and his team getting ready here during warm-ups to take on Springs. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more. We'll talk with Coach Krieger coming up on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Stay with us.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. With access to hundreds of floor plans, they start by getting to know you and your unique needs. Then, with budget, layout, and family in mind, Smith Builders design partners will hand select the best options, customizing them to fit your precise needs. The process continues in their showroom and partner galleries, where you're guided through the products and fixtures on display, customizing each selection in your new home. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Drive confidently this winter in a new Chevy, Buick, GMC, or GM certified pre-owned model. Connect with Holiday for enticing offers like rates as low as 1.9%, plus trade assist cash and deferred payments on GMC Sierra. Get more for your trade and experience award-winning guest care. Visit our accessory showroom for the gear, add-ons, and expertise to customize your vehicle.
Come be our guest and let your new year shine bright.
Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Hi, this is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. As an estimator, moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. It's all of your goods on the move or in storage, and you want it cared for, whether it's moving their business, building a new home, moving out of state, moving across town. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple. Guess what? We are hiring at Dufresne Moving and Storage for labor and driving positions. Stop in at 800 Morris Street for an application and interview. Stop now.
Welcome back here to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team, they'll make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. And second edition of the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. Just talked to Coach Nell and now talking with Springs headman Kyle Krieger. And Coach, first of all, thanks for joining us, and it's been pretty good since the new year for you guys.
Yeah, we've been playing pretty well. I think we lost a little confidence with 2 losses over Christmas. We could kind of gather, catch our breath, regroup a little bit, and I think we're playing much better now than we were. We lost a tough one at Amro, but since then I think we've won 3 in a row. So we're trending upward.
Second time through the conference schedule here, and you guys still got a shot here in this thing, top 4 in the conference, and there's some tough conference games. Both Amro and WLA got to go to Lamira. You found out that's a tough place to play. What's the message to the team, knowing that you get the double round robin in the flyway, which is kind of a nice thing?
Yeah, thank God for it this year, right? We've told the guys that nobody's going to go through this conference undefeated. I don't recall that happening since we've been in the conference. And I think everybody will have at least 2 losses. But hopefully this year it's 3. Since we have 3, we think we still have a shot. But if you look at the standings, it's the first time I've ever noticed we're at half. It's like 0 losses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we legitimately have 8 places in the conference. There's no ties right now. Now that'll change. But we need some help. WLA needs some help. Amro's got to lose a couple times here. So, but we can only control ourselves.
And starting the second half, as you did start the first half, is against WLA, this time here at WLA. What did you take away from the first meeting with these guys, and what do you think maybe your team can improve on second half of the year?
Well, I think both teams are much better than they were November 30th, which seems like last year. I mean, like last season, it seems so long ago. But, when you look at the stats from that game, I mean, you look at two teams that I think are very, very comparable. We mirror each other. The difference game one was Chop Simmons. Everything was equal except Chop. He averages 6 or 7 a game. He scored 16. He averages 7 or 8 rebounds. He had 10 rebounds that night. But that was the difference. Their big three scorers did about what they normally do, and they're stud scorers in the conference. But the difference was Chop. So I don't know if we can hold serve and keep Chop at his normal stats. I think we got a chance. But no, it's more than that. In that we got to try to do a job on Schwartz and Lair and Gensler. I mean, those guys can score all 3 levels, and Schwartz with that quickness. Obviously those are the 3 main focuses. But we're going to have a little bit different matchups tonight than we did the first time, and the first game also we didn't have Sam Lucas, and when WLA played their 3-2 zone, we really needed him because he would have been in the high post, and we were short like one guy that game, and it was a 3-point loss. So we'll see.
Something WLA has done really well this year is take care of the basketball. Now, they don't force a lot of turnovers, only about 13, but they only turn it over about 12 and a half times per game. I know you like the deflection stat. We've talked about it a million times, but is that something you feel like trying to speed these guys up might be something you guys could do here in this game?
Well, honestly, we try to speed everybody up, right? I mean, now it's a difference of, when I look at styles where we try to push it on every possession, WLA on defensive rebounds and turnovers, they're going to push. After a made basket, knock on wood, that's when we're going to have time to get back. We always try to deflect the ball. We try to steal the ball. We want to push, but they got a veteran team. Even though Gannon Schwartz is only a sophomore, he's in the second half of his second year on varsity. So they're veterans. They got good guard play. They take care of the rock. So it's not like all of a sudden they're going to turn it over 20 times tonight, but instead of 12, can we get them to 15? We turn the ball over more than they do. Can we keep our turnovers down to a dozen? If we're at 12, they're at 15, I think we win. But a lot of things are going to happen tonight. There's going to be a lot of possessions.
Seems like rebounding, I don't think it's any mistake, has been one of your guys' calling cards this year. You've out-rebounded your opponents. It's getting ridiculous. It's like 150 or some odd number that you've out-rebounded your opponents, and on a per-game basis, it's 8, 10, 12 on any given night. Seems like with Noah underneath, maybe that might be a key again tonight, as it has been for you guys. What do you preach that makes your team such good rebounding teams?
Well, the last 3 years, I would say the core of our team were basketball players first, football players second. Well, in my 25 years, we've been football first, basketball second, right? That's just the way it is. This year, we lost that core of basketball type guys. Now we have athletic, strong guys. So in essence, since day one, it's let's beat our opponent up. Let's be physical. We're stronger than we're stronger than every opponent we've faced. So we're trying to be real physical. And, you talk about Noah, but Caden Pitts has been rebounding his butt off too. So we're going to, tonight we'll keep Noah closer to the basket defensively. And then Caden will move out a little bit. But, we call it gang rebounding. And we want to hit our opponent first before they hit us, and then chase the ball. And, this team, we miss a lot of shots too. So we're probably leading. We're got to be close to the state leading offensive rebounds, but a lot of them are our own misses. But, when you don't shoot well, you got to be able to offensive rebound well, and that's how we can stay in games. That's how we can win games. And in all likelihood, someone's going to leave the game with a little blood on their jersey tonight. So not intentionally, but that seems to be the pattern in our game. So it's been a focus, and we work on it daily, and we really preach being physical this year, and they're following suit.
Coach, always a good one when these two schools hook it up, and usually, like it is this year, it has some implications on the flyweight title. Good luck. Go get them tonight.
All right, thanks. I think the last 6 flyweight titles have run through the Ledge and tonight's gym. So we won 3, and I believe before that they won 3. So I don't know. We got to work together. We need to split tonight. And then we both got to take it out of Amro and see if maybe we can't share it, right?
There you go. That works for everyone involved. How about that, right?
All right. Thanks, Jordan.
Appreciate it, Coach. There you go. That's Coach Krieger. And the Ledger's getting ready to hook it up with the Vikings. That's the Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on right after this. Stay with us.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents. Like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Did you know that 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account? That might not sound like a big deal until you have a major medical incident. Many insurance plans can require you to pay almost $9,000 out of pocket, making it nearly impossible to cover that expense. But this doesn't have to be your situation. Introducing MedElite by Evolution Benefits Association. A MedElite membership is a safety net of benefits that helps protect your family, your home, and your lifestyle when unexpected expenses occur. MedElite helps you pay those bills by giving every member access to a choice of benefits, including $10,000 of accident coverage, accidental death and dismemberment, life insurance, and critical illness coverage, and $300 per week disability income. Imagine the peace of mind you'll have knowing that your financial future is more secure, so you could focus on your recovery. That's MedElite.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Since the beginning, your curious mind and imagination have guided you, where tools and technology helped you discover the world. At Moraine Park Technical College, you will train on industry-leading machines blended with hands-on learning. World-class instructors will help you shape and design your future in manufacturing. Homegrown, life-ready. Moraine Park Technical College.
This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. You're getting ready to watch flyway basketball. Springs and WLA, the Vikings and the Ledgers, getting ready to get their second halves of the flyway conference slate underway. WLA 6-1, Springs 4-3. Both teams out onto the floor to get this thing warmed up, and you can just feel the electricity. The stands starting to fill up. This is Friday Night Lights winter edition. Usually you get the Friday Night Lights in the fall, but how about this? It's a Great slate of basketball across the state tonight. There are some big games across the state. But in the Flyway and locally, there's none bigger than this right here. And we appreciate you joining us on Radio Plus Info. How about the Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report? Got pain? See Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer and his team over there. They'll get you right. In WLA, by this point in the season, usually you got some dings. You hope you don't have 3 guys out. That's the case for WLA coming into this one. Ellis Keifenheim is out with a wrist injury. Marcus Christensen, they expect to have him back coming up next Tuesday, does Coach Nell. And then Owen Reibel still out for the Vikings. He's got a cast on, it looks like he still does have a cast on his wrist down there as well for the Vikings. So 3 players not going to play. They've already called up Spencer Lair from the JV team, and Caleb Wild, who played part of the JV game, is going to play and suit up for them tonight for Coach Nell and company. For Springs, no one is going to miss the game tonight. Caden Krusik had an ankle injury that Coach Krieger was talking about, but they said they got him right over the last couple of games, and he's ready to roll here in a big rivalry game coming up tonight, Caden Krusik. And that is your Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. And speaking of Caden Krusik, he's in their Sargento Cheese starting lineup. Start your new career at careers.sargento.com. And we'll get our starters here first for Springs. Caden Krusik, we mentioned him. He wears number 5. He's a 6-foot senior, averages 5.8 points per game for Coach Krieger. Ben Baker is a 5'10 sophomore, wears number 2. Baker's averaging 7 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. He also gets a couple of deflections a game. That's the stat that I always point out because Coach Krieger loves it so much. I love it a lot too. And good basketball teams deflect the ball a lot. That's what Springs does. But Ben Baker, across the board, very balanced player, and for being 5'10", grabbing almost 5 rebounds a game, and he's just a sophomore too. Been a bright spot for Springs so far this season. Number 10 is John Kuhn, one of the 2 captains of this team. He's a 6'2 senior. Kuhn averages 12.8 points per game, 4.3 assists, 4.3 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. Caden Pitts wears number 23. He's a 6'4 junior, and Pitts has had a really nice rebounding season. Pitts is 7th in the conference with 7.3 boards per game. And Noah Mowell, he's the showstopper for St. Mary's Springs. Number 21, 6'3 junior, leading scorer, 16 points per game, nearly 9 rebounds per game. Good for 3rd in the Flyway Conference on the boards. Those are your starters for the Ledgers. 2 Baker, 5 Krusik, 10 Kuhn, 21 Mowell, 23 Pitts. For WLA, Andy Simon has been inserted into the starting lineup here of late. 6-foot junior was out with injury early on in the season. He's back now, averaging 4 points, 2.5 rebounds per game for Coach Nell. Chop Simmons, a lot of talk about him there with Coach Krieger, and Chop was a big player for WLA in the first meeting between these two. 6-foot senior, wears number 20. Chop on the season averages 6.5 points and 7.8 rebounds per game. His rebounding numbers is 6th in the Flyway. And then the big 3 for the Vikings, starting with number 2, Gannon Schwartz, 5'9 sophomore point guard. He plays well past his years, does Gannon Schwartz. 16.8 points per game and 3.5 rebounds and assists per night for Gannon Schwartz. Gannon is the 6th leading scorer in the Flyway Conference. Sam Lair is the 2nd leading scorer for the Vikings, wears number 12, a 5'1 senior. Lair, 18 points per game and 4 boards per night. Lair is the 4th leading scorer in the Flyway Conference, and only outdone by Noah Gensler. 6'3 senior, number 4. Noah Gensler has really turned it on of late, had 31 against Amro last week. He averages 19.1 points per game, 7 boards per game. Both of those are good for top 8 in the Flyway Conference. He is the 2nd leading scorer, tied up with Ryan Shaney from up at Amro. So this game features 4 of the top 8 scorers in the Flyway and 4 of the top 8 rebounders in the conference. It's a good one. It's a dandy. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here. Those are your Sargento Cheese starting lineups for WLA and for Springs. Just a few minutes till we have starters and anthem. We're going to take one last time out. 3 minutes, and we'll come back, finish things up with our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show when we return. You're watching Flyway Basketball, Springs and WLA on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Here we go.
Being a smaller organization, I think, gives us such an advantage to be able to adapt to what our customers need, especially at the small business level. They give us feedback on what's important to them and what products and services they need and are important and they value, and we can make adjustments. We can hear our customers as to what they need, and we can make adjustments relatively quickly. I think they see that, they see our flexibility, and they understand this is an organization that wants to work with us. They're not just going to do it their way, they're actually listening and hearing what we need.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Imagine getting back to a life of movement and freedom in one simple in-office procedure. No downtime, no lengthy hospital stays, and no painful recovery. Isn't it time you reclaimed your life from pain? Call us at 920-324-9899 or visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun. What are you waiting for? Get back to living pain-free. Call New Medical Center now.
Will Sport by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Sports lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Will Sport, a premium sports lighting system. Factory direct application and product support, along with its full line of complete LED lighting solutions, will transform your athletic facility to the next level. Create an unforgettable fan and player experience.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 68 North Main Street. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Back here at the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. They're playing the school song, which means we're just about ready for hoops here. WLA so far this season averaging 75.8 points per game. Springs about 9 points behind that, 66.6 points per contest. But as I mentioned, Springs been much better recently. 3-game winning streak, 4 of their last 5. The other side of that is WLA, who is on just a 1-game winning streak. You can't even call that a streak, but they've lost 4 of their last 6. So WLA, the much better shooting team statistically than Springs, but Springs brings a lot of intangibles. That defense, their ability on the boards, all of this is what just stacks up to be an incredible game tonight between the Vikings and the Ledgers. Just about to have the national anthem and the starters here in the arena, so we'll send you to one final timeout. When we come back, we'll have our Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. That comes up next. You're watching Radio Plus Info's coverage of the Flyway Conference. Stay with us.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. We believe in a holistic approach, combining cutting-edge therapies and lifestyle changes that can slow down, stop, or even reverse the progression of your disease to help you live your life to the fullest. Don't let peripheral neuropathy hold you back. Take the first step towards a pain-free life. Call New Medical Center today at 920-324-9899 or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899, because you deserve to live without pain.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Back here on Radio Plus Info. Thanks for joining us. Jordan King with you. Man, really excited for this one. WLA has had a couple of dandies in a row here. In Flyway Conference play last Thursday here at home, lost to Omro. The final game of the season for WLA is against Omro, and they'll have a chance to avenge that loss. And if Omro picks up another loss, WLA able to stay undefeated, that would obviously set up a conference title game. A lot of basketball to be played before we get up to Omro coming up a little bit later on in the season. Remind you of the starters brought to us by Sargento Cheese as they meet them here in the arena. 2 Ben Baker, 5 Caden Krusik, 10 John Kuhn, 21 Noah Mowell, 23 Caden Pitts. Those are the starters for the Ledgers. For the Vikings, number 2 is Gannon Schwartz, 4 Noah Gensler, 11 Andy Simon, 12 Sam Lair, and 20 is Chop Simmons. Those are the starters for the Vikings. Coming up, we'll have our Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. From doors and gutters to roofs and sidings, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999. Or visit rightwaybuilt.com. Right Way Home Improvement brings you our opening tip-off. That's going to do it for our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, and we're just about ready to tip things off between the 6-1 in the Flyway Conference, the 6-1 WLA Vikings, and the 4-3 St. Mary's Springs Academy Ledgers. You know, it was mentioned during Coach Krieger's interview. He mentioned what the last 6 years of this conference has been, and it was 3 years of WLA winning a Flyway Conference title, and right after that was 3 years of Springs winning a Flyway Conference title. And right now it really looks like WLA is the only one in the picture, but you can't rule out Springs. A three-peat? Yeah, they're not done just yet. So don't go anywhere if you're a Springs fan. The Ledgers are firmly in the mix of the conference conversation. Oh, baby, we're ready to roll here. PA's ready. They're going to shut the music off. We're going to be ready to roll here. WLA in the home whites. I always say they look a little bit Kentucky-like. Got the checkers down the sides. And my opinion is if you're going to wear the checkers, you better play like Kentucky. WLA has during some stretches of the season, no doubt about it. And Springs comes in their road blues. got that checker or the speckled pattern, down the side, speckled in white. Here is Andy Simon winning the tip. It went off the referee, but the Vikings will take it. Here's a quick three for their leading scorer. Gensler misses it. Rebound down to Mowell, and here come the Ledgers, who want to run. Heard Coach Krieger talk about that. Both of these teams want to run. They wouldn't mind if this thing got up in the 80s. There's no doubt about it. Here's Krusik. Here's a three-point jumper. No good. Near side rebound for Chop Simmons. And both teams empty on three-point attempts on the first time down the floor. Just getting things underway between the Vikings and the Ledgers. Here's Gensler in the paint. Kicks it out. Andy Simon, right wing three. On the way, missed it. Good block out by number 2, Ben Baker. The 5'10 sophomore blocked out. Gannon Schwartz expertly got the rebound. So Springs, second possession. Here goes Mowell down the paint, challenging Simmons. Finishes. Strong move by Noah Mowell. The power dribble and the jump stop. Good combination, and Springs gets the first lead of the game. 2-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Here goes Gannon Schwartz down the right side of the paint. Up with the floater, missed it. And the rebound down with John Kuhn. Strongly tipped it to himself. Gathered in the corner. Here goes Kuhn. Right side, Euro step through the paint. Corner, Krusik. Shot fake there, and he's going to pull things back out. Smart move by Krusik. Down to the corner with Mowell. He wants his first 5 points. He's got his first 5 points. From the corner, Mowell sticks it for 3, and he's got all 5 for Springs. Minute and a half played in this one, and a good start for St. Mary's Springs. The Ledgers up 5-0. WLA, though, they'll feel like they're never out of a game, and that was kind of what we saw last week against Omro. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Nice backdoor cut. Found by Gensler, and he floats it home. First 2 of the night for the Vikings come from their sophomore, Gannon Schwartz. Here's Krusik into the middle of the paint. Has it swatted away from behind from Sam Lair. Almost lost it. Good job to retain it. And here goes Mowell again. 3 straight possessions. Floater up. No. Pitts offensive rebound. Strong from Caden Pitts. And 3 straight possessions. Springs able to score, and that time they used an extra possession on the offensive board. We talked about that in our keys to the game. Here's Gensler, guarded by Kuhn. Stolen by Kuhn. Poke to Mowell. Here's Noah Mowell in transition. Euro step down the paint. Whistle blown. They're going to get a travel from well behind the play, and it's going to go back over to the Vikings. Either way, it was a turnover waiting to happen. Mowell, I think, was anticipating some contact, and instead of fouling him, Sam Lair just kept backing up. 5-point lead for Springs. 15:35 to go first half. And this is the pace it's going to be all night. Here's Lair for 3. Got it! Sam Lair from the left side of the top of the key. And it's a 2-point contest. The Vikings shoot the 3-ball much better than the Ledgers do. On the season so far this year, WLA shoots it at 35% as a team. That's a tremendous number. You can't really overstate that. Springs, on the other hand, a little more average from 3, 27.6% from 3. Each team so far tonight, though, 1 for 2. Check that, WLA 1 for 3 so far. Here is Caden Pitts. Kicks it back out to Mowell. He'll initiate, working on Simmons. Back over to Pitts. Pitts against Simon. Up with the right hand. Offensive foul. It was a late whistle, but it's going the other way. First foul of the game goes on Caden Pitts, and it's an offensive foul. So WLA will have a chance here early on to try to tie or take the lead here. They have not led yet tonight, and Ben Anderson's going to check in for the Ledgers. Anderson is the 3rd leading scorer for Springs and was a starter for a large portion of the season. By the way, also Sam Lucas onto the floor, and good to have him back for the Ledgers in this contest. Here goes Lair, Euro step through the paint, floater missed. Rebound down to Mowell. He gets a ton of those every game, and he's going to run point here in transition. Kicks it to Lucas. Lucas down the lane, and he traveled. Yeah, just didn't have Kuhn open quick enough and drug the pivot foot. Coach Krieger thought that perhaps it was a Euro step, but referees saw it differently, and we're headed back the other way. Back and forth we go. You wouldn't need a shot clock for these two teams. They take shots too quickly. Here's a backdoor cut from Andy Simon off of his knee, as Gensler asking a little bit too much of Andy Simon, and another turnover for the Vikings. The Vikings do a good job. We talked about it in the pregame of taking care of the basketball, and Springs going to try to speed them up here tonight. Here's Sam Lucas looking to the corner with Anderson. defers off of a screen. There goes Lucas. Good hands from Lair to poke it away. And it'll be an underneath inbounds from a little bit of an awkward angle here for John Kuhn. Nope, they're going to have Baker trigger it in for Springs. 14 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Springs has not trailed so far this evening. Here's a shot fake from Anderson. Gets to the middle of the paint. Good shot fake there. Kicks it out instead after Andy Simon able to get back. And an entry pass here is not a good one from Anderson. And another turnover, this time from Springs. 7-5 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And it feels like we're just getting going, and we're almost 4 minutes into this one. These games fly by with these two teams involved. Here goes Schwartz. Down the lane. Floater's good. Little hook shot on a beautiful give and go with Sam Lair. And this thing's tied back up. First tie game since 0-0. Oh, backdoor cut from Ben Baker. Hello. Beautiful pass from John Kuhn. And just like that, Springs about 7 seconds later retaking the lead. That was a beautiful cut from Baker. He is a pleasure to watch play basketball. Another give-and-go attempt from the same two for the Vikings, almost tipped away. Here's Gensler, middle of the paint, hangs and hits. Tough shot, Noah Gensler gets it to go. So the big three for the Vikings have all scored. All Gensler, Lair, and Schwartz. And it's tied up here at 9. Here goes Kuhn, middle of the paint, over to the left side. Floater up, floater good. John Kuhn's opened up his account here tonight. He's got a pair. And Springs leads by 2. 13 minutes left to play in the first half. And Simmons is going to screen for Schwartz. Instead, down to Gensler in the corner. Looked like it was tipped, but it's good. It wasn't. Noah Gensler with a triple. And it's the first lead for the Vikings here at 12-11 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Lair got his hand in a passing lane. And deflected past Sam Lucas. Pitts back in for the Ledgers as Mowell comes to the bench. And it'll be Baker once again to throw things in and get it started for Springs. 1 point lead for the Vikings. Here goes Kuhn down the right side, up with the floater. Oh, it's another beautiful, strong finish from John Kuhn. And good defense that time not to foul by Noah Gensler as well. Kept his hands straight in the air. And it's a 1 point lead for the Ledgers. Like I said, if you are going to track lead changes, you're going to have a lot of paper in front of you tonight, I'm afraid. Here goes Andy Simon, missed it. Altered that time from Kuhn. Out ahead with Lucas. Up the right side, Sam Lucas. His first points tonight. 5 different Ledgers have already scored for Springs, and they're up to 15 points. 3 point lead for the Ledgers. And Lair's got it now. Tough pass, deflected straight to Chop Simmons. Simmons on the left side finishes. Stroke of luck there for the Vikings as that popped through to Chop, and it's back to a 1 point contest. Kuhn has seen his 3 point percentage drop throughout the season here. Baker is the best 3 point shooter for the Ledgers. That one from Kuhn was a one pass possession, and Kuhn is all the way down at 24.4% from 3 this year. It's actually below Noah Mowell so far. Here goes Gensler down the right side. Strong move from Noah Gensler. And Gensler's already up to 7 points. Quickly up ahead to John Kuhn, and Kuhn scores. I'm telling you, there wasn't 3 seconds between baskets there. And the Vikings got to do a little bit better job getting back. Here goes Gannon Schwartz down the lane. No shot, a foul on the floor. So wipe those 2 points away. And an underneath inbounds for the Vikings. And Max Huntsman and Max Bauer both checking into the ball game for the Vikings and Ledgers respectively. Baker and Simmons going to get a rest for both of these teams. 11 and a half minutes to play, and bounce pass is a tough one, and Gensler can't handle it. It's a good pass from Sam Lair, but a good job defensively from Springs. And Max Bauer quickly gets a deflection. Stays with the Vikings, though, with a 1 point deficit. Been a treat of a game so far, and I would expect we'll continue to see this throughout the night. Here is Gensler, going to run Sam Lair off a couple of screens. Nice job to switch it. And Kuhn's on Lair now, and it's tipped out. Last touched by Baker. Check that. Baker's on the bench. Bauer, excuse me. I said Baker. I looked down there, and I saw number 2 sitting on the bench. So there you go. Easy correction. Noah Mowell, his stints on the bench usually don't last too long. This one doesn't either. He's back onto the floor for Coach Krieger. Vikings having trouble getting this one in. This one is thrown away, and Kuhn saves it off of Max Huntsman. That's a heady play by John Kuhn. If that ball would have gone out, it would have been, I mean, it's risky, but if that would have gone out, it would have been Springs underneath their own hoop. Instead, they're going to get it in the front court here. Perhaps doesn't make that big of a difference, but if that's what he meant to do, that was a smart play, albeit a risky one. Here is Mowell. Mowell guarded by Huntsman, looking down underneath to Pitts, who's guarded by, battling away against Sam Ferguson down there, who's off the bench for the Vikings as well. Here is Bauer, shot fake, around Lair, Euro step, nice jump stop, can't get it to go. And a good job there from Sam Ferguson underneath the sophomore, who was able to alter the shot from Bauer. Here's a three for Gensler, man in his face, missed it. Offensive rebound there is Huntsman, he's fouled. It's the third team foul for the Ledgers here early, and I believe that's number 2 on Caden Pitts if they get 23, and they will. So that's 2 on Pitts before the Vikings even pick up their first team foul. And Huntsman will go to the charity stripe, which hasn't been too charitable, to Huntsman. He is a 54.8% free throw shooter, so if you believe in statistics, this one should go in and tie us back up. But that's why you don't play the game on statistics. This time it is John Kuhn's opportunity to take a seat amongst a couple of others there. And Krusik back into the game along with Anderson. There it is for Huntsman, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and we are tied on the Quest Interior scoreboard, 17-17. With 10:40 to go in this first half. Far side with Krusik, down to the corner with Mowell. Tries to bounce underneath to Baker, instead top of the key with Ben Anderson. Here is Krusik, finding a flashing Noah Mowell. Working on Huntsman, he goes, oh, that's just bully ball underneath. Noah Mowell's up to 7 points, and a strong take to the hoop. When he gets underneath the rim, you can't say he's like a bull in the china shop because he is so under control. His body control is tremendous. Speaking of body control, here goes Gensler. And Noah Gensler's already matched his Game 1 performance. When these two met the first time, it was 9 points for Gensler. He's got 9 already. Here's a Baker three. Got it! Ben Baker's first triple. He shoots it at a 37% clip from 3, and he makes his first attempt here tonight. Schwartz loses the ball. Turnover. Here goes Mowell. He's fouled. Oh, they're going to say on the floor and an underneath inbound. And they got Max Huntsman on the foul. For the Vikings, they'll take that, number 1, because it was on the floor, and number 2, because it's Huntsman to pick up the foul instead of Noah Gensler, and they want their big 3 to avoid foul trouble as much as they can. Onto the floor is Luke Schwartz for his first action here tonight for Springs. Oh, nice slick behind the back dribble for Krusik, but he's trapped in the lane. And a good job to stay composed. Now with Mowell on this right wing. Crosses over Simmons. Spins on Chop, up with the right hand, and he's hacked. He'll go to the free throw line. Simmons picks up his first foul of the night, and it sends a heck of a free throw shooter to the line. 75.6%. You don't see that percentage a lot in high school basketball, and certainly not with guys that are as big as Noah Mowell is. Here is Mowell's first attempt, and this one crawls over the front end. Mowell's got 8 early ones here for the Ledgers. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these 4 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors, Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Second free throw for Mowell is up and good as he nears double figures early in this one. And the Ledger lead is tied for its biggest for the night at 5. Here's Gensler in the corner. They run Lair off of a screen. Nice job by Anderson to fight through it. Lair down the right side, kicks it to the corner. 3 on the way for Gensler, missed it. And the rebound is fought for and won by Ben Anderson. Anderson gets to the middle of the floor, finds Mowell. There's been a concerted effort to get Mowell on the block. There's a miscommunication. And a turnover there. As a backdoor cut from John Kuhn, Anderson thought he was going to flare out. So there's a free one for the Vikings. Offensively, Springs looks much better than they did earlier in the when these two matched up earlier in the seasons. And by the way, I've caught a lot of Springs games this year, and the offensive transition or the offensive development is very real for this team. Here's Anderson. Oh, what a pass up ahead to Krusik. Caden Krusik, his first points tonight on a pretty pass from Ben Anderson. That ball wasn't in his hands half a second. He snapped a pass up ahead, and Springs has their largest lead of the first half. Here is Lair working on Baker. Backdoor cut for Gensler. Gensler gets to the paint. Oh, beautiful shot. Got it over the outstretched hand of Noah Mowell. Gensler is the first player tonight on the floor in double figures. He's up to 11 points of the 21 for the Vikings. Baker's got it, guarded by Schwartz, down to the corner with Kuhn. Looking for Mowell, working on Simmons. Mowell, with a double clutch, and quickly matches Gensler's 11 points. Mowell is a beast underneath the hoop. Good luck. Gensler working on a much smaller Ben Baker, 6'4" versus 5'10". Instead, it has to go back out to Schwartz. Shot fake here for Huntsman. Down the left side of the paint he goes, and he's fouled by Caden Krusik. So Huntsman will have his second trip to the charity stripe. And the first foul for Caden Krusik is the fourth team foul for the Ledgers. 7:42 to play first half. And we haven't had so much time to catch our breath, let alone have a timeout here in this first half. I think both of these coaches realize the value of those as we are locked into a close game here tonight. You would certainly expect it. Sam Lucas back in as Huntsman hits the front end of the two shots for him. And that's his second point of the night. As I mentioned, this is his second trip to the charity stripe, and he keeps that 54% average, right on track there. Here goes John Kuhn. Nice shot fake. Thought he had the up and under opportunity. Instead kicks it out to Krusik, who slipped. Got to get that wiped up at the next intermission. And a foul on the trail there from Gannon Schwartz, who pushed Baker from behind. And that'll be the first foul on Gannon Schwartz. And an underneath inbounds for the Springs. And they'll just lob it straight into Noah Mowell, who finds Lucas. Cutting through is Kuhn. Top of the key with Baker. He's the guy you got to watch out for from three. Pretty much I don't want to say the only one, but statistically, he is far and away their best perimeter shooter. Here is Krusik. Down to the corner with Kuhn. Off balance, got past Gensler. Up with Kuhn on the left side, finishes. John Kuhn's got 8. And the Ledgers have an 8-point lead. 30-22 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. We tick under 7 minutes in this first half. Here goes Gannon Schwartz. Tipped away by Mowell. Mowell's got himself another steal. Mowell out in transition. Euro step past Chop Simmons, and Chop picks up foul number 2. Chop didn't like it, but he got his arm caught in there with Noah Mowell, and Mowell's going to have a chance to build on what is a 2-for-2 start from the free throw line. It's the only Ledger that's been to the line so far tonight, and the first free throw is good. Stays perfect. Been a good first half for Coach Krieger and his crew. They have gotten everything they've wanted and then some here in this one. They have done a tremendous job to get in shooters' faces on the defensive side of the floor. Mowell's up to 13 first half points. He's going to take a seat. And Coach Nell's going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. It's an early lead, 10-point lead for Springs. Back after this.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Back here at WLA. Tonight's game is powered by Will Sport. Sports lighting and control systems made right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. To get started upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue, visit www.willbrands.com. 10-point lead for the Ledgers with about just over 6.5 minutes to play here between these two flyaway foes. And the Ledgers know they got to have it. I don't want to say must win, but it probably is if they want to win the Flyway Conference. And still, even then, might not be enough. We'll see. Here is Gensler down the lane, up with the left hand, and finishes. It's been the Mowell v. Gensler show here tonight. Both have 13 points for their respective teams. Mowell's got a little bit more from his supporting cast. Here is Bauer. Almost lost it. Kicks it back to Lucas. Working on Huntsman. Up with the scoop shot. No good. Offensive rebound for Caden Pitts. Here's Baker on the drive against Schwartz. And Gannon Schwartz picks up his second foul. And Coach Nell not happy with that. Schwartz trying to retreat. Couldn't backpedal quick enough. And they whistled him for the foul. So now 2 on Simmons, 2 on Schwartz. As Schwartz continues to shake his head around half court. And his counterpart, the point guard for Springs, is Ben Baker. He goes to the free throw line. Coincidentally, Ben Baker, as good a three-point shooter he is not a free throw shooter. Maybe he should step back out to the three-point line. He shoots the free throw at 47.6%, which is almost the same as his three-point percentage, which is kind of interesting. Here goes John Kuhn down the lane. Scoops it up. Oh, missed the reverse layup. What a pretty move from John Kuhn, and he just left it a touch short. Here's Lair. Lair down the right side. Scoops it up himself, and he scores. Sam Lair's had a quiet first half. He's only got 5 first-half points, but those were a big pair there, and a big 4-point swing, really, on the miss on one end, and Lair able to get it on the other. Nice take by Max Bauer. And Bauer is the 7th Ledger to score in this first half. Here is Huntsman. Short corner jumper. Good. Max Huntsman's up to 4 points. Doesn't average that many, does Huntsman. He's got about 7.5 points per game, and he's doing a nice job this first half. There is a foul. Yep. Thought it might have been a travel. Instead, they're going to get a foul. And Coach Nell is wondering, he's trying to make the claim that the Vikings are defending without hands, and referees are disagreeing, clearly. 6th team foul on the Vikings as the push came on Sam Lucas on the drive. Pitts and Baker will take a seat. Anderson and Mowell back onto the floor. 6-point lead for the Ledgers, 34-28. 5.5 minutes to go, or just under, here in this first half on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Bauer looks near side. They got Mowell if they want him. Here goes Mowell to work on the pass from Kuhn up on the right side. Missed it off the window, and Huntsman with a strong board from Max Huntsman underneath. Into the front court comes Sam Lair. Crosses over Anderson. Stops, pops, and hits. 4 big points in the last couple of minutes for Sam Lair as the Vikings have cut this thing down to a 4-point lead. It's a 6-0 run and a travel on Max Bauer. So the Vikings starting to gain a little bit of momentum. The Viking crowd maybe not quite as boisterous as the Springs crowd is. The Vikings are on a 6-0 run and really doesn't feel like it over on that other side, but the Vikings do have some momentum here in the game. Here's a tough pass from Lair. Gets it to Huntsman. Huntsman finishes. And a strong finish on the left side, and the Vikes back within a pair. 34-32. Anderson crosses over, kicks it to Krusek. Krusek on the right side. Good job to keep the pivot foot over to Kuhn, and he's fouled by Huntsman. And that's number 3 on Max Huntsman, and I think he's frustrated with himself after picking up that one. Yeah, 3 on Max Huntsman, and we'll see where Coach Nell decides to turn. He's already got McCauley out there. Ferguson is really the only other unless you're going to put Chop Simmons back in with 2 fouls. And there's your answer. Simmons coming back in with a pair of fouls. A little bit of a gamble here from Coach Nell with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Kuhn misses the front end, and the Ledgers are now 4-4-7. No one not named Noah Mowell has made a free throw. Now they have. That's the positive, curse the commentator, right? We get some credit. Here is the Vikings into the front court with Sam Lair, down by 3. Vikings are on an 8-1 run. Here is Andy Simon. Nice feed to Andy Simon. It came from Miles McCauley, and it's a 1-point contest. Here is Mowell underneath, working on Chop Simmons. Tapped away by Andy Simon. It's a 3. Oh, it banked wildly off from Krusik. Rebound down with Gensler. Gensler is being hounded by John Kuhn. Kuhn's going to stay with Gensler. Down the lane, Gensler goes, lost control, off Gensler last. And that is an empty possession with no passes for the Vikings as they continue to trail by a point. Largest lead tonight for the Ledgers was 10. Largest lead for the Vikings, by my count, was 2 so far this evening. Here is Lucas. Down to Kuhn. Uses a Mowell screen. Kuhn straight down the middle of the paint. Oh, he switched hands to the left hand. I think he could have just laid that in with the right, but he tried to switch it back to the left, missed it. Here goes Lair. Lair tries to kick it to the corner. It's saved by Mowell. Off of Gensler, and it's Springs ball. Good hustle by Noah Mowell, the junior captain, able to save that and deflect it last off of Noah Gensler. So 3.5 minutes, a couple of empty possessions for the Vikings. They had 2 shots there, down by 1 with the chance to retake the lead, which they haven't done for some time here in this first half. Tick under 3.5 minutes to play. Kuhn's got it down in the right corner. Anderson out here now with Lucas. Sam Lucas gets it to the corner to their best three-point shooter. Here goes Baker. Baker tight ropes the sideline. Anderson throws it off of Gensler. And it stays with the Ledgers down underneath. It's going to be, again, an awkward place to inbound it down here in the corner for Ben Baker. Baker's going to lob it in here to Sam Lucas. Can't argue with that decision. Here is Mowell. And Mowell finishes underneath. Noah Mowell is having himself a first half of basketball. He is ready to play. He came ready to play here tonight. 3-point lead for the Ledgers. Here's Gensler, going to hang in the middle of the paint, and he makes it. Gensler's up to 15 points. I believe I got Mowell for 15 as well. We'll double-check that coming up at halftime. Stick around for halftime. We'll have our Holiday Automotive halftime intermission show, and Chop Simmons is going to pick up a foul here, and Coach Nell is not happy with that. He's saying his man was straight up, and it's the 8th team foul compared to just 4 for Springs here in this first half, and 3 for both of his big men as Coach Nell continues to try to get an explanation. Mowell's free throw. This one misses short. He's got to miss a couple of them, right? He's a 76% free throw shooter, so a couple of them are going to rattle off. That one came up short. Simmons frustrated as he goes to the bench, replaced by Sam Ferguson, and this is a big 2.5 minutes for the Vikings sophomore Sam Ferguson. Free throw is good for Mowell. He's 5 for 6 tonight, 16 points. 2-point lead for the Ledgers. The Vikings have it with Lair. Backdoor cut, Gensler with the floater. Missed it, and this time it's going to be tapped out by Sam Ferguson. So 2:24 to play here in this first half. Schwartz is back out there with 2 fouls as well. So the Vikings already have 2 with 3. And if Gannon Schwartz picks one up here, then it starts to get to dire straits. The Ledgers certainly have more depth than the Vikings in terms of statistical production. Here is Mowell. That time straight to the hoop, and he finishes strong, does Noah Mowell. I thought that was more of a foul than maybe the last couple that have been called. A lot of contact there, no whistle. 4-point lead for Springs. Lair wants to dribble into a 3, missed this one. Long rebound out to Gensler. He's got it there. Shovels it underneath. Nice drive and nice dish to Andy Simon. 2-point game, 40-38. Both of these teams love this kind of pace, and you can see it right now offensively with the output. The Vikings statistically better offensively than the Ledgers. Here's a turnover. Lucas had it picked off by Gensler. Gensler's got it now. Kicks it back to Andy Simon. Simon back to Gensler. Down in the right corner. Cues up a 3. Ew, I thought it just about said got it. That hit every part of the rim but didn't drop. And the Ledgers survive. Baker's into the front court between the circles. Looks far side to Kuhn, down to the corner with Krusik. Again, trying to get it to Mowell. Working on Ferguson. Goes up in, and he's got it. Going to run out of 2s on the board here for Noah Mowell. He has had a whale of a first half as he nears 20 points. Here goes Gannon Schwartz up with the floater. Got it, and the foul for Gannon Schwartz. And he's going to go to the free throw line. He's a 75% free throw shooter in his own right. And Schwartz with a beautiful take to the rim. 1 minute and 1 second left in this first half. And the Vikings have withstood has been a tremendous first half effort for Springs. Also coming up at halftime, we'll have Taco Bell trivia. That comes up, so don't go anywhere during the halftime intermission. 1 point game here. Why would you go anywhere anyways? Got a dandy here. 42-41. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Tapped away, and that's the first time the Vikings have been able to deny the ball into Noah Mowell, and it was Sam Ferguson. Here goes Gannon Schwartz back out to Simon. Simon down the lane, missed the floater. Krusik's down with the rebound. Up ahead to Lucas. Lucas working on Lair. Nice job by Sam Lair to go straight up and down. Here's a Krusik three. Rattles around, no good. Rebound fought for. Mowell's got it. Goes up, missed it strong. Not a lot of contact there, I don't think. Springs fans maybe disagree with me there. I thought Gensler actually backed up, and that's why it was such a strong shot from Mowell, is that he didn't have the contact, but maybe I'm wrong. I am a long way away from the floor. Here goes Gensler. Missed it. Rebound down to Mowell. Mowell, under 10 seconds, fires it up to Kuhn. John Kuhn in the corner. Back to Mowell. Crosses over. Floater in the paint. Can't get it to go. Rebound tapped around. No foul. There's the horn. And the Vikings survive a couple of opportunities there for the Ledgers to take a little bit bigger of a lead into the halftime intermission. But I think the Ledgers will take that for a first half effort. They lead at 42-41 at the break. And we'll come back for our halftime highlights. We'll add up all the stats at halftime, get to our Taco Bell trivia. All of that comes up next. It's brought to you by Holiday Automotive. And that's up next. On the Quest Interiors scoreboard, the Vikings trail the Ledgers. Springs leads it 42-41. Stay with us.
Winfield Homes is a locally owned custom home building company of over 25 years that prides itself on great service, high quality, and providing the best building experience possible. Owners Jim Boudry and Jason Zellner are there for you every step of the way to ensure that your new home is built just the way you've dreamed it to be. With the same passion that they have for their clients' homes, Jim and Jason are proud supporters of and are personally involved in youth sports programs and are truly committed to their success. Winfield Homes wishes you all the best of luck this season.
Camden is a student from the Fond du Lac community. He joins us to give his wellness journey from Into the Woods Wellness.
Back in May, I started to get very tired and I wasn't sure what was really going on with me. It started progressively getting worse, really high fever. I just really wasn't getting out of bed much. And that's when I went to my doctor. They took my blood, told me I had mono. My symptoms slowly went away, but what stayed behind was the fatigue and exhaustion. I was falling asleep, I was always tired. My mom mentioned that there was a place I could go get these IV treatments that would hopefully help me. I got my first IV treatment. I felt a little bit better. Went back week after week. By about the third week, I was feeling just amazing. I hadn't felt like this in several months. I was up again. I was hanging out with my friends. I could go to work full days, and I felt like a totally new person again.
Log on intothewoodsjourney.com. Into the Woods Wellness, where you can start your own wellness journey.
Come on. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, come on, Tommy. Come on. Come on. Well, come on. Come on. Yeah. Good boy. Come here. Come on.
Jackson, are you going to come over here?
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Did you know that 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account? That might not sound like a big deal until you have a major medical incident. Many insurance plans can require you to pay almost $9,000 out of pocket, making it nearly impossible to cover that expense. But this doesn't have to be your situation. Introducing MedElite by Evolution Benefits Association. A MedElite membership is a safety net of benefits that helps protect your family, your home, and your lifestyle when unexpected expenses occur. MedElite helps you pay those bills by giving every member access to a choice of benefits, including $10,000 of accident coverage, accidental death and dismemberment, life insurance, and critical illness coverage, and $300 per week disability income. Imagine the peace of mind you'll have knowing that your financial future is more secure, so you could focus on your recovery. That's MedElite.
Hi, this is Danny and Heather with AirTech Heating. At AirTech, our motto is honesty, integrity, and quality craftsmanship.
When it comes to your home, you want the person working on your equipment to be upfront and tell you what you need.
But also what you don't need. We deliver whatever it takes service to take care of you. Our technicians are NATE certified, meaning they are the most highly trained in the industry to be servicing your equipment.
If you're stuck with a broken furnace or air conditioner, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
When you can't find answers to your recurring health challenges, it can feel like your health and your future are being held hostage. The Wellness Way is a network of health restoration clinics that think and act differently to solve the health challenges others can't. Here, we disrupt the standard approach to care through a combination of testing, individual plans, and one-on-one guidance, putting your health and your future where they belong, in your own hands.
Drive confidently this winter in a new Chevy, Buick, GMC, or GM certified pre-owned model. Connect with Holiday for enticing offers like rates as low as 1.9%, plus generous bonus cash and deferred payments on Buick favorites. Get more for your trade and experience award-winning guest care. Visit our accessory showroom for the gear, add-ons, and expertise to customize your vehicle.
Come be our guest and let your new year shine bright.
Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Halftime here between the Ledgers and the Vikings. 42-41 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. We'll get you some statistics here during our Holiday Automotive halftime highlight show. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip. And actually, we'll start it off with our Taco Bell trivia question. Taco Bell, order your favorite Taco Bell menu items online. Pick them up at the drive-thru. All Taco Bell Fond du Lac locations. Taco Bell Live Mas. And you got to do a little research here for our halftime trivia. First time these two met up, final score was 70-67. Who was the leading scorer for the Vikings? Who was the leading scorer for the Ledgers? I'm not even going to ask you how many points they had. Who was the leading scorer for the Vikings and for the Ledgers? Got a lot of names to choose from. Schwartz, Gensler, Lair, Kuhn, Mao. I'll let you figure it out. You got to give me both names correct, and you win some Taco Bell. How about that? There you go. Let's give you the halftime stats here. And I shortchanged Noah Mowell there. I said he was approaching 20 points. He's at 20 points in the first half. He scored nearly half the points for the Ledgers through the first intermission. Mowell with 20, 9 points for John Kuhn, 5 for Ben Baker, and then 2 apiece for Sam Lucas, Max Bauer, Caden Krusik, and Caden Pitts. So a balanced effort for Springs. We mentioned that in the pregame, just briefly kind of glossed over it. But I mentioned when they're at their best, they have one guy go off, and then they have a lot of guys going for 6, 8, 10, 12 points when they're at their best. And tonight, they seem to be at their best. For the Vikings, quickly, 2 points for Chop Simmons, 4 for Andy Simon, 6 for Max Huntsman, 7 apiece for Sam Lair and Gannon Schwartz, and 15 for Noah Gensler. Gensler had a nice first half. By the way, rpvideosports@gmail.com for that Taco Bell trivia. rpvideosports@gmail.com. Tell me, who is the leading scorer for both the Vikings and the Ledgers in the Vikings' 70-67 road win to start conference play this year? There you go. And I know there's a place out there that you can find that information. So there you go. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll be ready for second half of tip. It's going to be a good one. Don't touch that dial. Stay with us on Radio Plus Video Sports.
ARCO, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Monthly payments, due dates, late fees, debt can feel overwhelming, and it can be hard to keep up.
But it's a new year, which means a fresh start. If you're ready to hit reset, a debt consolidation loan may be right for you. Instead of having to keep track of separate balances, due dates, and lenders, you can make a single payment each month to hit all of your debt. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we believe settling your debts doesn't have to be complicated. Get a fresh start by visiting fdlcu.com or stop in today.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. With access to hundreds of floor plans, they start by getting to know you and your unique needs. Then, with budget, layout, and family in mind, Smith Builders design partners will hand select the best options, customizing them to fit your precise needs. The process continues in their showroom and partner galleries, where you're guided through the products and fixtures on display, customizing each selection in your new home. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Ready here for the second half of action. It's going to be Springs basketball out of the break with a 1-point lead, 42-41. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these four Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors, Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, they're making sense of investing. There you go. I'm ready for this one. The Vikings, by the way, last time out in the Flyway. Now they had a non-conference win against Horicon on Tuesday. Last week, Thursday, in their last Flyway conference game, at halftime they led 50-43, and they ended up losing that 87. But they had 50 first half points. This is not out of the ordinary for the Vikings. This is how Springs wants to play, right? They want to get the ball up and down the floor. They want to put extreme pressure on their opponents. All of this stuff is the case. But the fact of the matter is they just have not had the offensive output this season that they have had here tonight. Vikings much more experience playing in these games. Here's a quick steal as the Vikings are out in a zone out of the halftime locker room. And Lair able to get into a passing lane, and the Vikings have a quick lead. That didn't take long. All of about 15 seconds, and the Vikings have a lead. Here is Kuhn. Up top to Baker. We'll see how soon Sam Lucas comes into the game. This was the zone that gave the Ledgers problems the first time around in conference play back in November on the 30th. And something in the pregame, Coach Krieger said, is they wanted Sam Lucas for this situation. We'll see how quick they go to him. Here's a skip pass picked off by Andy Simon. Up ahead to Lair. Lair bounces to Schwartz. Through his legs. Simon saves it, kicks it out. Here's Simmons. Simmons down the right side of the paint. And the ball pinging around for the Vikings. Ends up with Gensler. He's got a floater. Gensler's up to 17, and the Vikes have a 3-point lead. Timeout for Coach Krieger. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with them. Vikings with some momentum and a 3-point lead. Stay with us.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Back out of the timeout here. That was short and sweet from Coach Krieger. He used about 8 seconds of that 30-second timeout. He just had a message to get to his guys. And whether it be a quick change or just a let's focus up here out of the halftime intermission, not sure what it was, but that was a quick timeout. And the Vikings get another steal out of it. 3 turnovers for Springs out of the halftime intermission. Here's a 3 for Lair. Left wing, missed it. A little bit strong there, and a rebound down with Ben Baker. 3-point lead for the Vikings on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 16.5 minutes to play here tonight. Mowell trying to get to the high post. Here's Pitts down on the left block. Spins on Gensler. Up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Mowell finishes it up on the weak side. He's got 22 and a 1-point lead for the Vikings. Schwartz crosses, gets to the paint, kicks it out to Simon. Simon's got to save it. Does so, gets it to Gensler. Here's Lair. Lair on the right side. Bounce pass is sweet to Simmons. And Simmons has 4 points, his first 2 of the second half. Quickly ahead with Kuhn. Here come the Ledgers. Up with the shot fake. Shovels it to Pitts. Oh, we're seeing some beautiful passing here tonight. And Pitts has 4 points of his own. Couple of beautiful passes, first from Lair, then from Kuhn. And they rewarded their big men for getting underneath the hoop. Here goes Gannon Schwartz. Missed it. Tipped her up for the rebound. Here is Kuhn. He has it up ahead. Right side. Lays it in. John Kuhn into double figures with that bucket. He's got 11, and the Ledgers have another lead. The Vikings started that half on a nice little run, and now the Ledgers have the lead again. Here is Gensler. Jumper. Good. 4 second-half points for Gensler. He's a point away from 20 points. And the Vikings lead again. Here is Kuhn. Looks down to Pitts. High post is Mowell. Pitts surveys the floor. 1 dribble. Back out to Kuhn. Now here gets Mowell free. Shot fake for Baker. Back over to Mowell. Mowell with the head of steam. Nice bounce pass to Kuhn. He missed it. Rebound. Fought for. Tipped out by Kuhn. And it goes back over to the Vikings. And that was kind of a 50-50 there on whether they might call that on Gannon Schwartz boxing out a much bigger Caden Pitts, and I thought they might get him for undercutting him a little bit, but no whistle was forthcoming. 1-point lead for the Vikings, chance to build on it. Here is Schwartz, kicks it out to Simon. Now with Lair, he's wide open on the right wing, got it. He is a deadly shooter if you leave him open, and he's got a dozen tonight. 4-point lead for the Vikings. This is exactly the second half Coach Nell drew up. To start it off here, the first 4 minutes or so, the Vikings have already scored 10 points. Here is Kuhn. Poked off of Kuhn's knee? No. Thought Gensler might have poked that off of John Kuhn's knee and earned another possession for the Vikings. Instead, it stays with the Ledgers. And into the game is Ben Anderson and Sam Lucas. So they replace Krusik and Baker. So this gives the Ledgers more length, a lot more length. And here's a foul. We'll see if they're shooting here. Oh, they're going to say Pitts was shooting. His back was to the hoop. This happens a lot in high school basketball. A guy's back's to the hoop. I don't know how you could say he's shooting, but interesting. First team foul in the second half for the Vikings, and it's whistled on number 11, Andy Simon. Just his first. Not a ton of foul trouble outside of their bigs for the Vikings. Their guards have done a nice job. Stay out of foul trouble, but Chop Simmons and Max Huntsman both have 3 for Coach Nell. No foul trouble to speak of for the Ledgers. Pitts missed the first, made the second, split them, and it's a 3-point contest. 52-49 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard as Lair has it now top of the key. He wants another 3. He's keying it up. Oh, he thought he hit it, and he did not. He was a little strong. He trotted back like he made that shot, and the rebound was down with Sam Lucas. Here is Kuhn down to the corner with Mowell. Skip pass to Lucas. Back to the corner. Here's Anderson. He's a good 3-point shooter. Missed it. Long rebound. Tipped from Mowell straight to Lair. And Sam Lair's into the front court on the left side of the floor. Simmons flashes free in the left corner. Kicks it back out. Lair wants another 3. His 4th 3-pointer of the half. This one over the front iron and down for Sam Lair. He's got 8 second-half points. He's already up to 15. He's got more in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half than he had the entire first half for the Vikings. Here is Anderson between the circles, and what was a 10-point first half lead. It's now a 6-point deficit here in the second half for the Ledgers. Here's Anderson, kicks it to Kuhn. Here's a 3 for John Kuhn. Missed it. Offensive rebound, Pitts. He's been an animal on the boards tonight. Here is Lucas. Nice shot fake from Sam Lucas. Shovels it out to Noah Mowell, and a reset for the Ledgers. 12:55 to play here tonight, and a 3 ball now for Lucas. He missed it. Rebound fought for. Last touched by Pitts. And it's Viking basketball. A couple bites of the cherry that time for the Ledgers. And they missed a couple of long jump shots. 6-point lead for the Vikings as Schwartz walks it into the front court. Down to the corner. Lair wants another three. This one's good. He's 3 for 5 to start the second half. He's got 18 points. And they gave it to the wrong side there on the scoreboard, but it's going to be a 9-point lead for the Vikings after they correct that. Here on the near side is Sam Lucas. Top of the key, Anderson. Anderson over to Kuhn. Down to the corner with Mowell, trying to feed Pitts. And Anderson will collect near half court. It's a timeout for Coach Krieger. 30 seconds. We're going to take it with them and catch our breath here. It's a 9-point Viking lead. Stay with us.
Here at International Paper, I've gotten much more experience than I have elsewhere. I've seen more in the field than I have anywhere else.
I started from the bottom and I've worked my way up. The people's what make it great. Nobody wants to see anybody fail.
You want a job to where you can display your skills, they can be valued, you can move forward based off your own ability and your ability to learn more. That's IP.
Here in the second half, the Vikings have doubled up Springs 16-8 since halftime. It was 42-41. Check that, 17-7. Make it even a little bit worse if from the Springs perspective. And a 9-point lead for the Vikings. Lair has shot 5 threes here in the second half. He's made 3 of them. He just kept shooting, kept firing away. Here's Ben Anderson in the short corner. Rips a pass out top of the key, and it's caught by Mowell. Skip pass to Baker. Good close by Gannon Schwartz. Trying to get John Kuhn to the high post. Now they're trying to get Lucas to the high post. That's tipped away by Lair on a pass intended for Anderson from Noah Mowell. And the Ledgers, couple of timeouts from Coach Krieger, is I think he just felt the momentum slipping away, and they know they got to have a game like this against one of the conference leaders. Got to pretty much think you got to beat Omro, WLA, and Lamira on the second half of the season, avenge some losses. Kuhn can't get that one to go as there was a lot of contact underneath, no whistle. Here is Sam Lair, almost taken away by Baker, tied up, and it'll stay with the Vikings on the jump arrow. And sideline inbound here for Lair and company with 11:34 to go in tonight's game. Oh my, has it been a dandy. And don't go anywhere. This thing ain't over. These rivalry games never are they? Here goes Noah Gensler. Offensive rebound, Simmons, no. Defensive board down with Mowell. Mowell with the head of steam. Up to Anderson. Back out top of the key. Kuhn triggers up. Straightaway 3. On the way. Oh, it hit every part of the rim, but it doesn't go down. And a foul on the rebound. It's on Ben Anderson. It's not going to stay with the Ledgers. It's going the other way. First team foul for Springs. It's been a clean game. It's been physical, but the way these officials have done a tremendous job to kind of toe that line and not blow the whistle too much. It's been a nice watch here tonight for sure. Here is Schwartz, top of the key with Simon. Andy Simon working on Anderson. Bounces underneath to Simmons. He thought he might have drug the pivot foot, but he didn't. Shovels it to Simon, and the Vikings have their first double-digit lead. 11-point lead for the Vikes. Underneath, Sam Lucas. Lucas looking for Mowell. Finds Mowell. Drives on Gannon Schwartz. Offensive foul is the call. That's just a big guy going against a little guy. And it's going back the other way. And for Noah Mowell, that's just his first. And Coach Krieger's going to take him out here. Maybe just an opportunity for a teaching moment. Yeah, he's going to stop right by the clipboard here and just figure out what Coach Krieger wants him to do a little bit differently coming up here the last 10 minutes and change of this game. Lair wants another one. Quick release. Got it again! Someone check Sam Lair. He's got 4 second-half triples. He's got 21 tonight, and Springs has a timeout. It's a 14-point Viking lead. They trailed by 1 at half, and they're starting to put Springs with quite a gap. We're back in 30 seconds on radio.
Since the beginning, your curious mind and imagination have guided you, where tools and technology helped you discover the world. At Moraine Park Technical College, you will train on industry-leading machines blended with hands-on learning. World-class instructors will help you shape and design your future in manufacturing. Homegrown, life-ready. Moraine Park Technical College.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Will Sport. Sports lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Get started upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue. Visit www.willbrands.com. Appreciate them powering our broadcast here tonight. 4 of 6. Second half. That is a 66% three-point percentage for Sam Lair in the second half. Oh, my. In the second half alone, Lair is up to 14 points. 14 of his 21 coming here in the second half. Are you kidding me? What a start for the Vikings. Couldn't dream it up. And 14, by the way, is the margin right now on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 63-49. Baker, Anderson down in the corner, back out Ben Baker. Finds Kuhn down to the corner with Pitts. Pitts gets it to the high post, finds Lucas. Lucas trying to find a cutting Kuhn. He does, and John Kuhn finishes at the rim. A nice, solid finish by John Kuhn, who's up to 13 points tonight. 12-point lead for the Vikings still, with 10 minutes, going to tick under 10 on this possession. Schwartz between the circles finds Gensler. Gensler with a jab step, between the legs dribble, working on the much smaller Ben Baker. But Baker, pesky, steals it away, and it's a foul on Sam Lair. Nice job by Ben Baker on the defensive side of the floor. He took it away from Sam Lair and Noah Gensler. It was kind of that mesh point. You talk about that in football, right? When the mesh point, when the quarterback and the running back on a read option come together and you blow up that mesh point. That's what Baker did extremely well right there. And it's turned back over to the Ledgers. Only the first foul on Sam Lair, by the way, as he's done a good job to stay out of the foul trouble. Here is Anderson, 3-ball, missed it strong. Rebound is strong from Gensler for the Vikings, and WLA into the front court. Lucas is guarding Sam Lair. That's something to watch. The length of Sam Lucas trying to take Sam Lair out of his rhythm. Now switched off to John Kuhn. Here goes Gensler. Oh, soft off the glass for Noah Gensler, and Gensler's over the 20-point mark. He's got 21. 21 apiece for both Lair and Gensler. Here's the 3 for Lucas. Wide open in the corner. You betcha! Lucas has 5 points. That's his first bucket of the second half. And for Springs, that's just their third 3 of the night. Lair on his own has 5 for the Vikings. It's an 11-point Viking lead. Here is Gensler on the right wing, down to Lair in the corner. Simon was trying to post up. Instead, Lair's going to keep it. Work off of the dribble. Shot fake. Backdoor pass. Finds Gensler. Gensler throws it up. Foul on the floor. No shot for Noah Gensler. So the 58% free throw shooter will not head to the line for the Vikings, and it'll be an underneath inbounds play for the Vikings. Simmons is going to come in. Coach Nell going to take out a red-hot Sam Lair right now and give him a quick breather. I don't know. I think I'd have left heat check man out there. I'm not sure about I would never second-guess a coach. That's why I'm up here and they're on the sideline, right? Here's a foul on Noah Mowell, who pushed Max Huntsman. And that's just his second. So, again, no foul trouble there to speak of. 8 minutes and 39 seconds left in this one, and an 11-point Viking lead remains. Simmons, top of the key with Gensler. No Lair out there, just to remind you, no Lair right now. He's on the bench for a break. That one's high off the glass. Offensive rebound, Simmons. Excuse me, that was Huntsman, and Huntsman can't finish. Nice strong rebound on the second time of asking for Mowell. Ledger's trying to make this back to a single-digit deficit. Baker's got it now, top of the key. Back over to Lucas. Just hit a 3 on the last possession. Gets down into the corner, bounces back out to Mowell. Instead of going back to Lucas, here we go. Skip pass, Lucas open for 3, missed it short. And a rebound, one-handed, corralled by the 5'9" Gannon Schwartz, and here he goes, fired out of a cannon. That's a tough pass, batted away by Ben Baker, stays with the Vikings. That was a tough pass, but Schwartz almost pulled it off. Cross court there to Andy Simon, but Baker was smart to it and batted it over into the crowd, into the student section for the Vikings. Under 8 minutes to play here, and the Vikings clinging to a double-digit lead. Here goes Schwartz down the lane, fires it up, missed it, but he was fouled. 2 free throws coming for the 75% free throw shooting Gannon Schwartz, who's 1 for 1 at the line tonight. The Vikings have not gotten to the line. Huntsman is 2 for 4, and Schwartz is 1 for 1. And if they've shot about half, actually less than half of the free throws that Springs has shot here tonight. So a chance here for Gannon Schwartz, and he tucks it in. Ball just nestles in for Gannon Schwartz. He's got, maybe looks a little unorthodox from behind, but he's got a good-looking jump shot. And his first step is just devastating. It really is. Here's the second one for Schwartz, and it's good. So Schwartz is up to 9 points as he nears double figures for the Vikings. They have 2 players over the 20-point mark. Both Sam Lair and Noah Gensler have 21. Here is Lucas. Nice pass down to Kuhn, but it's tipped away by Simmons. Stolen for the Vikings, and they got another possession. That was a great look. I thought that was a perfect pass from Lucas down underneath the skip pass. Across the court underneath to Kuhn, but it was picked off. Here goes Schwartz up with the floater. No good. Missed it. Rebound. Ball's on the floor. Chop Simmons and Ben Anderson are going to tie things up. Jump ball goes back over to Springs. Good job by Anderson to dive on the floor and earn his team another possession. 13-point lead for the Vikings. 67-54 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 7:13 to play. Both these teams have plenty of timeouts for the stretch run here, but the Ledgers got to get something going. This clock is melting away for them. This Viking zone has done a tremendous job on Noah Mowell specifically. Here is Mowell with the floater. Missed it short. Offensive rebound, Pitts. He's got it. Pitts up to 7 points, and he has been crucial on the boards for Springs here tonight. I don't know. I can't keep track of everything up here. Not sure how many boards he has, but he has been terrific. Here is Schwartz. 6.5 minutes left in the ballgame. Schwartz down to the corner. Layer 4-3. Missed it. Off to the left that time. Rebound down with Mowell. Thought he might have gotten fouled by Simmons. No foul doing. Here is Kuhn. Skip pass. Got Anderson. Anderson. 3 on the way. Oh, just a little bit strong. It was dead on. I'm right behind where he shot that. It was dead on line, but he missed it strong. That one's poked away by Anderson, and it'll stay with the Vikings. Lair not able to rip that ball through the outstretched arm of Ben Anderson. So an underneath inbound for the Vikings, who lead by 11. Still. Here's Gensler out to Lair. Shot fake there. Past Pitts. Up with the floater. Missed it. Short. Rebound tipped out. Huntsman's got it in the corner. He tight ropes the corner. Now feeds it inside to Chop Simmons. Chop has it there. Lobs it back out to Gannon Schwartz. Under 6 minutes now to play in this one. 11-point lead for the Vikings. Here goes Schwartz. Down to Huntsman in the corner. Back out to Gannon Schwartz. Good patience by the Vikings. They can do this. You can do this if you got an 11-point lead, right? Here goes Schwartz again. Schwartz trapped there. Got to be careful. Gets it out to Lair. Lair between the legs dribble. Working on Kuhn. And he tripped. Here is Kuhn out in transition. Up against Simmons. Up with the right hand. And he finishes. John Kuhn, 6 second-half points. He's got 15. And I think the Vikings are going to take a timeout here as the lead is under 10 points. It's at 9 right now. And the Vikes going to take a timeout with 5:15 to go. We're going to take the timeout with them. It's full. Back in a minute on Radio Plus.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen.
If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods,
or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran, 5:15 to play here tonight. And a nice job here by Springs to cut this down to a 9-point WLA advantage. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these four Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellefstead. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. So now just getting into the nervy times here if you're a WLA faithful. Springs does have the 5 fouls. WLA a couple fouls away from heading into the bonus. Or from putting the Vikings into the bonus, excuse me. But, it was a 14-point lead a couple of minutes ago, and it's down to 9. And a nice job by Springs to continue to battle. I told you this wasn't over. Not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying this is what these games are. The flyway is ultra competitive. You don't get a night off in this league. You just don't. And especially against a top 4 team. Here goes Gannon Schwartz down the paint. Kicks it to Gensler. Finds Lair. Lair, rip through. Gets to the paint. Turns around. He's trapped. Finds Chop Simmons. Here goes Sam Lair again. Up the right side. Blocked by Mowell. It's a great play by Noah Mowell. Here's Krusik in transition. Finds Noah Mowell. Shot fake there, and he's going to bring it back out. That's a smart decision. Oh, Mowell got up high there and just erased the shot from Sam Lair. Vikings staying in the zone. It's this 3-2 zone. It's kind of a 1-3-1 shifting zone for the Vikings. And here's a nice touch pass down to the corner. Krusik, big opportunity here, missed. And a foul going the other way. Foul on the Ledgers. Ooh, that's a tough one if they get that on Caden Pitts. Looked like Pitts was just battling, but a whistle was on Pitts. That's his 3rd. So a tough one for Pitts. But, again, 3 fouls, that's not foul trouble here this late in the contest. Here's Schwartz down to the corner with Gensler. Noah Gensler gets to the middle of the paint. Stops, pops, floats, hits for the Vikings. Gensler's got 23. He's hit 11 field goals here tonight. An 11-point lead. Here's the drive for Pitts. Back out here. Baker, 3 on the way. Missed it. Rebound strong for Chop Simmons. And it's under 4 minutes to play here tonight. Here goes Schwartz working on Kuhn. Kuhn bumped him. And that is not the guy in single bonus you want to send to the free throw line. The 75% shooting Gannon Schwartz. Now, if you heard the pregame interview, if you were here for the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show and our Coach's Smile interview before the game with Coach Nell, the Vikings missed front ends of bonus shots against Omro. Not the case here. I always contend, this is one of my many beliefs, that the bonus front end of a bonus free throw is one of the bigger momentum plays in basketball. It's worth only a point, but it just feels like you're leaving so much more out there when you miss the front end. 71-58, Vikings have a 13-point lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Under 4 minutes to play between these two flyway rivals. The win here would give the Vikings, it would go a long way to securing an opportunity to finish top of the flyway conference. We'll see. Here's Gensler. Bounce pass. Lair on the left wing. Shot fake against Krusik. Down the lane to Simon. Down to the corner with Simon. Out to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz, middle of the paint. Lost it. Got it. Back to Simmons. Got it. Chop Simmons has 6 points here tonight, and the Viking lead is up to 15. It's its largest it's been this evening. 3 minutes to play and a 15-point lead. Backdoor cut. Nice job, John Kuhn. And Kuhn's had himself a nice second half. He's got 8 second-half points, 17 on the night for John Kuhn. Tick under 3 minutes to play now. Here is Schwartz working on Baker. Gannon Schwartz into the front court, and a timeout for Coach Nell. He's going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to sneak 30 in here as well. Back after this. Stay with us.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at IntegritySaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, tonight's game powered in part by Willsport. Sports lighting and control systems made right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. To get started upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue, visit www.willbrands.com. 73-60, 13-point lead for the Vikings on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Here goes Gannon Schwartz quickly down the paint. He left it up short, tipped by Simmons. Offensive rebound with Schwartz. Here goes Gensler down the lane, and he's fouled. 2 free throws forthcoming for Noah Gensler. And Pitts picks up number 4 with 2:45 to play. 8th team foul for the Ledgers compared to just 2 for the Vikings. Gensler not a proficient free throw shooter by statistically speaking. I mean, he's a great shooter, so you expect him to kind of work through some of the funk he's had here in the second or middle part of the season, I should say. First free throw good. He's only a 58% free throw shooter. And Gensler's second free throw is up and good. 2 for 2 there. Huntsman is 2 for 4. The rest of the team, Gannon Schwartz and Noah Gensler, I should say, are 7 for 7 from the free throw line. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this one. A 15-point lead for the Vikings. Here goes Sam Lucas working on Andy Simon. Up with the right hand. And the finish for Sam Lucas. Lucas up to 7 points on the night. Here is Schwartz in the backcourt. Gannon Schwartz working on Baker. Ball fake there. Here's Gensler. Gensler past Anderson into the front court. Spun into traffic. Kuhn almost stole it away. Ooh, and the Vikings able to keep possession. Dangerous times there for Noah Gensler, but he spun through it. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in this one. Spin move here for Gensler. Crosses Anderson over. 2 minutes left. 13-point Viking lead. They get it into the hands of their best free throw shooter, and they're going to say foul Gannon Schwartz, and that's what Springs does. The foul is on Ben Baker, and the last single bonus opportunity of the night for the Vikings. Then they'll be in double bonus the rest of the way. Under 2 minutes to play in this one. And a 13-point Viking lead. Big free throws here for Gannon Schwartz, and cool, calm, and collected. The sophomore, sticks that one. Made all 6 of his free throws so far tonight. He's got 12 points. This free throw is good as well. 7 for 7 for Gannon Schwartz. How about that from the youngster? $1:55 to play. Handing off to Lucas Baker. Here goes Sam Lucas, trying to get the ball to Kuhn. Instead, it's Ben Baker. Top of the key working on Schwartz. Drives left side of the paint. Up with the scoop. Missed it. Rebound down with Simmons. Chop up ahead. Here is Gensler in transition. Got it on the left side. Gensler from Lair. And Gensler's having a nice night. Here goes John Kuhn. Kuhn finishes. And a timeout here for Coach Krieger, as it's still a 15-point Viking lead. And we are going to take the timeout with them back in 1 minute after this. Stay with us.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, a remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
1 minute and 28 seconds left in this one. The Vikings lead it by 15, 64-79 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Here's Gensler in the backcourt. He's got 27 points tonight. He has had a nice night, and the spurt that Lair went on was obviously important. Here is Lair from Gensler. Missed it. the run that Lair went on individually was unbelievable, but the 27 from Gensler has been very important. And I thought he fouled Anderson on that three. No foul called. Rebound down with Chop Simmons. It's been a physical game, and the Vikings only 2 fouls. And hearing some chirping. Oh, what a block! The chase down block from Mowell. Oh, he erased that one from Andy Simon. Here is Sam Lucas underneath. He missed it, got fouled. And Lucas will go to the free throw line. Down by 15. And some sarcastic cheers from the spring side of things. I mean, I guess I can sympathize with 3 team fouls with a minute left in the game, perhaps. 79-64. First free throw for Lucas is up and no good. It has not been a great free throw shooting night for the Ledgers. Mowell himself is 5 for 6. After that, the rest of the Ledgers are 2 for 7 so far. So it's been about a 50-50 proposition for the Ledgers from the line here tonight, and Lucas makes the second half of that. So under a minute to play, they're going to have to foul. Will the Ledgers don't want to foul Schwartz. That's the guy, maybe Andy Simon. Instead, it ends up with Lair, and maybe the Ledgers aren't going to foul. Down by 14 still, 79-65, and they've had their opportunities. I think they're just going to let this thing play out, perhaps, as Simmons has it here. And Lair catches again. Stick around after the game. We'll have our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Talk to Coach Nell and one of his players. Here goes Gensler. Down the paint. Gensler scores. Gensler's got 29. I thought the Vikings were just going to dribble that out. Here's Kuhn scooping up and in. John Kuhn has 21 points. 2 Ledgers into over 20 points. And 2 Vikings over 20 points tonight. It's a big win for the Vikings. Here on their home floor, they protect it and get the season sweep over the Ledgers. Prior to this season, it had been years since the Vikings got a win against Springs. Now they've swept them here this season. Final score in this one, 81-67. Coming up next, we'll have our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Team on top of the game for screen printing, custom awards, signage, and embroidery is Hoppers. Hopper Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, located in the heart of Fond du Lac, can custom print to 1 shirt or 1,000. Pick from Under Armour, Gildan, Nike, and more. Choose your school for a custom one-of-a-kind look. Need banners, signage, or vehicle wrap? The team at Hoppers does it all. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy at the corner of Main and Merrill, Fond du Lac. Get more now at hopperware.com. That's hopperware.com.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Brock Rademan with the Rademan Stone and Landscape Company. As the first member of our 4th generation family-owned business, I'm proud to carry on the tradition of providing quality stone products to Fond du Lac and the surrounding areas. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Whether building or remodeling, veneer stone can add a natural look and feel to your home. Our natural stone is available in many different textures, sizes, colors, and cuts. Stop out at Rademan's and see our indoor-outdoor stone displays, or like us on Facebook to see some finished projects. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
What can I do for you, man?
You know what? Really craving nacho fries. You guys got any of those?
Ads are working.
I don't know what you're talking about. What ads?
Oh, all the pictures I put over here in your bedroom. Oh, I put that there. See you later, man. Real estate is something that we are doing together. We're in it together till the end. The best achievement that I can have is when the property successfully closes.
Probably the most rewarding part of my role with Addison Jones and Signature Homes is the ability to take a client from the very beginning stages of building a new home all the way down to the point where we turn the key and move them in and watch their eyes light up as they see the finished product.
Buy it, sell it, build it. That's Addison Jones.
Hi, Hi, this is Danny and Heather with AirTech Heating. At AirTech, our motto is honesty, integrity, and quality craftsmanship.
When it comes to your home, you want the person working on your equipment to be upfront and tell you what you need.
But also what you don't need. We deliver whatever it takes service to take care of you. Our technicians are NATE certified, meaning they are the most highly trained in the industry to be servicing your equipment.
If you're stuck with a broken furnace or air conditioner, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
Back here from the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy, this is your Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. And we'll give you some final statistics. We'll take a quick timeout then, and we'll turn the cameras around and we'll talk with our players of the game. But our Marion University turning point to the game, I don't know if you can get any clearer than halftime being a turning point here tonight. And that's what it was for the Vikings. At halftime, down 42-41. They storm out in the second half. They win this thing 81-67 here. And I think we're all set up. So as long as these guys are up here, we will hand the mic off first here to Sam Lair. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have co-players of the game here brought to you by BCI Burke. We'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a second. But, Sam, big win for you guys here. Had you guys – I'm not sure you guys had beaten Springs at all, maybe once or twice in your careers up till this year. You guys got the sweep over them. That's got to feel pretty good for you guys and all the work you guys have put in over the years.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. I mean, being the younger guys for a while, Springs had some really good teams and we got beat up. But this year, we play well, we worked hard, and it feels good to get these wins.
What did the basket look like for the first 4 minutes of the second half? I mean, you're throwing them up with guys in your face, guys hanging. It didn't matter. The ball was going in. That's got to be fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, just being out there with your buddies and knowing that if you're going to work hard, they're going to work hard too. And I mean, taking shots, making them, it's always fun.
More points in the first 4 minutes of the second half than the entire first half for you. Part of that is this guy holding down the fort in the first half. 29 for Noah tonight. I asked Coach prior to the game, what have you seen different from this guy over the past couple of weeks? Because he's really turned it on here.
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, I've always played with him. He's always a great player. And now, I mean, we're just putting it together. You can see the past couple of games, we're just getting better and better each day. Shots are going in, and I like the way we're playing right now.
21 points for Sam. I'm going to have you hand the mic over to Noah. Noah started inside out for you tonight, right? You only hit the 1-3, but you had 13 field goals tonight, which means you're getting downhill, you're getting to the rim. Is that something you've tried to prioritize more in your game recently?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Earlier in my career, I was just sticking to shooting threes, and now I finally figured out that I can actually get to the rack whenever I want, and when I do that, it'll open up for my teammates and it'll open up buckets for me too.
Have you seen a shooting performance like that he was 4 for 6 in a 3-minute span?
Not in a while. I mean, I was getting pretty hype out there when he was making those threes, so it was lots of fun.
This is a quality team that you guys just beat. Talk about the battle that it was out there tonight, because that was a physical ball game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we couldn't take any plays off. I mean, if we took a play off, they would capitalize and score, so we always had to be locked in, and we need to be on top of everything.
It's a bounce back for you guys in the league, right? You played a tough game against Omro. You lost by 6 points. You score 87 and you lose. But that's a good team. How big of a job is it for you guys as senior leaders to not let this team look ahead to the next time you play those guys? Because there's a lot of big teams between now and then.
I mean, we just need to keep reminding everybody that every day in practice, we need to focus on our tasks for the day and getting better every single day. Just focus on one game at a time.
I'm not sure they allow me to do this, but co-players of the game, congratulations, Sam. Congratulations, Noah. Big win for you guys. Go celebrate with your classmates and with the fans. Those are your BCI Burke players of the game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com. Start your new career with Burke today. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll have Coach Nell with us talking about a big win for the Vikings here over the Ledgers at home. Stay with us.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether.
Until now. Now there's Fondy Family Dental.
Hey, it's Dr. Chad from Fondy Family Dental. My team makes your visit to the dentist a little more fun. We'll make you smile before, after, and yep, even during your visit. Allow our team to introduce you to our membership plan. It's an alternative to using dental insurance. Fondy Family Dental at the entrance of Lakeside Park, corner of Scott and Main, Fond du Lac, or at fondyfamilydental.com.
That's fondyfamilydental.com.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
When you can't find answers to your recurring health challenges, it can feel like your health and your future are being held hostage. The Wellness Way is a network of health restoration clinics that think and act differently to solve the health challenges others can't. Here, we disrupt the standard approach to care through a combination of testing, individual plans, and one-on-one guidance, putting your health and your future where they belong, in your own hands.
Drive inspired this winter and beyond in a new Mazda or Mazda certified pre-owned model. Connect with Holiday for impressive selection. Get more for your trade and get in on enticing New Year's sale offers. Like this 3-row all-wheel drive Mazda CX-90 Preferred Plus now at $469 per month.
Come be our guest and say yes to award-winning hospitality.
Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Mazda Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Welcome back here to the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Joining me now in the postgame here is Coach Nell. And Coach, we always have our Marian University turning point to the game. I don't know if I've ever had a clearer one than tonight because it was halftime. I mean, you guys in the first half. Second half, you guys go to the zone. And I know that was something you guys went to for the last, 10 minutes or 12 minutes of the game the first time around. What did you expect to stay in it all half?
No, actually, we expected to play zone for about 5 minutes till we figured out how to guard Mao. Mao was a monster tonight. We don't have a kid as strong as him. Just such a great athlete. Him and Kuhn, those two kids are just such great athletes. And we played zone for a little bit. Our next thing was going to be on a full front with them, but we ended up staying in the zone. It was working. The reason it worked is because we started shooting the ball well too. That kind of made up for other things. But at halftime tonight, I talked to my 3 seniors, and especially with Sam and Noah. You have some career-defining nights your senior year, especially after Christmas. And I'm just so proud of those 2 guys, how, halftime we had a little adversity. Those guys really turned it on tonight.
Yeah, I talked with those guys. I'm not sure they had beaten Springs prior to this season. And to sweep them is a tough thing. Home, away, it doesn't really matter against these guys. It's a battle. The second half, I asked Sam about it. I mean, when he is on, I don't know if there's a better shooter in the area.
I've coached some elite shooters over the years. He's just got such a pure release, and he stays so balanced. He's never off balance when he shoots. And I get to see him shoot every day in practice, and he's one of the best in the area.
I want to talk about Chop Simmons a little bit here. Picked up some early fouls, and then in that second half, you only had 3 team fouls in the second half. I'm assuming maybe some of that goes credit to the zone, maybe a little bit, but you held Mowell to 2 points in the second half. I don't know if you're going to have another game this season where he scores 2 points in a half of basketball.
I would doubt it.
What would you credit that to from Chop and from your interior guys?
I give Chop all the credit on that one. Chop just got a little more physical with him. We changed how we played to accommodate his touches, and just we didn't want the ball in his hands. We saw how good he was in that first half. But main thing is to we had a timeout late in the game. I told them, there's a difference between elite players, really good players, and then elite players. And what makes a player elite is they don't get tired. A game like this, you see some kids fade out. None of those seniors would ever look at me and tell me they need a break. If they did, they wouldn't tell me. That's what makes guys elite, that they're just athletic enough to be able to play in a fast-paced game like that for the whole 38 minutes.
I don't know if you know this, but 11 for 13 from the line tonight. So much better than that Amro game that maybe snuck away from you guys.
It was.
Congratulations, Coach. Big win for you guys. Sweep over Springs this year, but job's not done for you guys. I know you have a lot of goals for this team, but congratulations. Job done tonight.
Thank you.
There you go. That's Coach Nell. Appreciate him and appreciate the guys joining us here in the post-game show. Final score here tonight, 81-67. We're going to take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll tidy up some things, maybe give you some scores from around the conference, give you the final statistics as well. All that's up next on our Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Don't go anywhere.
The youth sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Hi, this is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. As an estimator, moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. It's all of your goods on the move or in storage, and you want it cared for, whether it's moving their business, building a new home, moving out of state, moving across town. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple. Guess what? We are hiring at Dufresne Moving and Storage for labor and driving positions. Stop in at 800 Morris Street for an application and interview. Stop now.
Real estate is something that we are doing together. We're in it together till the end. The best achievement that I can have is when the property successfully closes.
Probably the most rewarding part of my role with Addison Jones and Signature Homes is the ability to take a client from the very beginning stages of building a new home all the way down to the point where we turn the key and move them in, and watch their eyes light up as they see the finished product.
Buy it, sell it, build it. That's Addison Jones.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Brock Rademan with the Rademan Stone and Landscape Company. As the first member of our fourth generation family-owned business, I'm proud to carry on the tradition of providing quality stone products to Fond du Lac and the surrounding areas. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademans, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living area. areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Whether building or remodeling, veneer stone can add a natural look and feel to your home. Our natural stone is available in many different textures, sizes, colors, and cuts. Stop out at Rademann's and see our indoor-outdoor stone displays, or like us on Facebook to see some finished projects. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just one day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
When you can't find answers to your recurring health challenges, it can feel like your health and your future are being held hostage. The Wellness Way is a network of health restoration clinics that think and act differently to solve the health challenges others can't. Here, we disrupt the standard approach to care through a combination of testing, individual plans, and one-on-one guidance, putting your health and your future where they belong, in your own hands.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefit and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Will Sport by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Sports lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Will Sport, a premium sports lighting system. Factory direct application and product support, along with its full line of complete LED lighting solutions, will transform your athletic facility to the next level. Create an unforgettable fan and player experience. To get started with upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue, visit willbrands.com.
Back here one more time from Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Told you about our Marion University turning point in the game. My goodness. Log on to marionuniversity.edu to get started today. And it was halftime. The Vikings in the second half vastly outscoring the Ledgers to the tune of 40-25 in the second half. That was the second half second half score. So outscoring them by 15 points there in the second half leads to the 14-point win for the Vikings. 81-67, the final here this evening. Leb Insurance Group presents your final statistics here tonight. Your MedElite partner. Your MedElite membership is a safety net that helps protect your home, family, and lifestyle. Learn more with Leb Insurance Group. And the final statistics here tonight, we'll start with the Springs Ledgers, who came up short this evening. 22 points for Noah Mowell, and he was the headliner for the Ledgers, as he usually is for Springs. Scored 22 tonight, 2 points in the second half. He had 20 at halftime, and we thought, man, how big could this be? How big a night could this be for Noah Mowell? Only a pair in the second half as the Vikings switched to that zone and really shut him down. John Kuhn on 10 field goals scored 21 points tonight to aid in the effort. And then Sam Lucas had 8, 5 for Ben Baker, 7 for Caden Pitts, and 2 apiece for both Caden Krusik and Max Bauer. Those the scorers tonight for the Ledgers. For the Vikings, they get the win, 81 points here this evening, 6 points for each for Andy Simon, Max Huntsman, and Chop Simmons. Those good role player numbers for the Vikings. Gannon Schwartz finished with 13 points, including 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Sam Lair hit 5 threes, 4 of them in the second half. He finished with 21 points, and the leading scorer, team high, game high, 29 points for Noah Gensler. Here tonight, Gensler did so on 13 field goals this evening to lead the Vikings and lead all scorers tonight. Those are your final statistics, brought to you by Leb Insurance Group. There you go. So really quickly, before we give you our next game broadcast, just want to tell you, Omro 62-40 winners, unofficially of course, over Campbellsport tonight. Lamira 83-35 winners, big winners over North Fond du Lac. And then this is not a final score, but 54-36, Laconia looks to be in control against Mayville. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Next game for me, coming up on Tuesday, Springs, you're going to see me again. Campbellsport comes up to the Ledge, and we will have that one on Radio Plus. Also that night, Tuesday, Neenah travels to Fond du Lac. That'll be on Radio Plus. So a doubleheader there, both Fondy and Springs. We got them coming up on Tuesday. Go to Radio Plus info for this winter's complete schedule. Well, for all the guys up here with the cameras, punching the buttons, making me sound good, I appreciate those guys. They do the hard work. I just get the easy job to describe the game for you. Appreciate them. I appreciate all our sponsors up and down the line. Thanks to both coaches for coming and joining us. Thanks to the guys post-game as well. Thanks to Athletic Director Bendix here at WLA for setting us up well with our positioning here tonight, and appreciate all of you at home tuning in. You've been watching big win for WLA. They get the win over Springs. 81-67, the final score, and you've been watching on RadioPlusInfo.com. Good night.
Edward Jones Representatives in Fond du Lac, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Fondy Family Dental, Baker Cheese.
Right Way Home Improvement, Quest Interiors, Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Taco Bell,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Coal, Oil and Propane, Pioneer Pit Stop, Marco Tax Service,
Pizza Ranch, the National Exchange Bank and Trust, Marine Park Technical College, Silica for your home,
Rademan Stone and Landscape, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Winfield Homes, Everson Law Office, Bob's Pizza,
AirTech, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Musa Sheet Metal, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy, Camera Casino,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Hopper's Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, New Medical Center, Muthig Industries, Pino Construction,
Len's Truck Center, Fox Valley Savings, American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, BCI Burke, Marian University, Into the Woods Wellness, Smith Builders.
Today's game is also presented by International Paper and Will Sport. Lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac.